STIHL Timber Sports Canada is brought to you by Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience. Johnsonville. Discover the taste of Johnsonville. SLH Transport, official transport partner. John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Motomix, official premixed fuel of STIHL Timber Sports, available at your local STIHL dealer. Fitz Toronto, we build better athletes, official trainer of STIHL Timber Sports Canada. And by Elan Dance Art Studio.
Of the 2018 STIHL Timber Sports Canadian Championship. 8 of Canada's best STIHL Timber Sports athletes have chopped and sawed their way for a chance to be at today's final round. Who will come out on top? Stick around to find out. Lots of STIHL Timber Sports action coming your way.
In today's finals, you'll watch as our 8 competitors battle it out in 3 different disciplines. Let's take a closer look at 3 of the 6 STIHL Timber Sports disciplines. First is the springboard chop. This event is not for the faint at heart. It tests strength, balance, and speed as our athletes make their way to the top and sever a block of wood over 9 feet above the ground. In the underhand chop, our athletes will use footholds to balance them on top of a block, and with agility and precision, they chop their way through in a race against the clock. The stock saw event presents its own mental challenges. Equipped with stock MS661 steel chainsaws, our athletes will battle it out head-to-head, sawing their way through our block of wood. Top athletes in each event earn coveted STIHL Timber Sports points.
My name is Nathan Cumberland. I'm from Keswick, New Brunswick. I was very blessed in my qualifier and fortunate enough to make it through to the finals. I was very blessed in my qualifier. I was fortunate enough to win it. I didn't cut as well in the standing block as I would have liked to, but it was kind of what I needed at the time, just kind of settled me down. The other events, though, I was very happy and blessed with all of them.
I'm Bill Bischoff, and I'm here from Solista, BC. So yesterday, finished up 4th in the qualifying round, put me into the finals here today, which is good. Springboard yesterday, right off the bat, did awesome. Finished up 2nd in that, and then I ended up getting 3rd in the underhand. Started falling off a bit in the stock saw and the standing block, and recovered nicely in the single buck and the hot saw to put me through.
Nick Russell from Port McNeill, British Columbia, and I made it through the qualifying black group and made it to the finals today. Qualifying round yesterday was interesting. Got off to a slow start with springboard and underhand. Really tight heats. Got a little behind in some points. I could have gained a couple more points, I believe, but that's the way the game goes. And then picked it up really good in the stock saw. Judge's call got me through, and standing had an awesome standing, get 3rd place yesterday. So worked my way up the board throughout the day.
My name is George Williams. I placed 3rd in the qualifying round. I got in by 6 or 7 points, so I'm really happy with that. I guess what I could say went right in the qualifying round is I tried to stay consistent. I didn't have any DQs. I could have done better in the springboard. I had a saggy board, so I probably lost a half a minute my time, so I'm looking to make better pockets today. I'd say the underhand chop and the single buck went okay. They didn't go perfect. The single buck, it was my first time running my new saw. It was cutting great, but I could have ran it better, so I'm hoping to break the record by a landslide today in the single buck.
I'm Mitchell Hewitt. I'm from Scotch Creek, British Columbia. I got introduced in this sort of sport when I moved to Canada in 2002. I grabbed a buy as soon as I was told I was allowed it. I wanted a rest day. You know, at my stage of my career, I know what axes are going to work and I know what to do. And I felt a rest day would probably do me more good. I just thought I'd compose myself and try and get relaxed.
My name is Marcel Dupuis. I'm from Memramcook, New Brunswick, and I qualified 2nd in the qualifier on Thursday. The qualifier went well. I did get a DQ in the underhand chop, which is one of the events that I have to do well at, so I'm going to try to improve on that today. I had a good standing block and a good hot saw, so hopefully I'll build on that and keep the events rolling good today.
My name is Ben Cumberland. Yesterday I was very fortunate and blessed to place 1st in the Group Black qualifier, and I'm here today for the Canadian Finals. Yesterday went pretty well. I had no DQs. That was the plan to improve on from last year. My springboard went well. Both of my chops were good. Single buck was really, really good. And then hot saw just put 3 on the deck.
My name's Sterling Hart from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. I qualified second yesterday in the Group Black. It went fairly good for me, but definitely gonna need to do better today in the championship. Nearly all my events actually went really well for me yesterday, about 5 out of 6. And one of the keys, one of the strengths of my game is I never really get too overly excited or too down on myself no matter what happens, but it's kind of a double-edged sword where I got maybe a little bit nonchalant in the last event, and that cost me the first place in the qualifier.
Stick around for more great sawing and chopping action coming your way. Welcome back. We're here at Wasaga Beach. Let's head to the stage and get ready for that first heat.
The springboard chop is an exciting but highly dangerous event where athletes will use an axe and 2 wooden boards. You start by cutting 2 pockets with a minimum of 4 hits each to place your springboards into a 9-foot-high aspen pole so you can reach the 11-foot block at the top. Then you will chop the block from both sides until it is completely severed. The fastest competitor to go up 2 boards and cut through his block will win the event.
All right, we're ready for our first heat. Put your hands together for Marcel Dupuis. And coming up right behind him on stand number 3, give it up for George Williams. All right, Wasaga Beach, are you ready for your first heat of the day?
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go, both of them right into that wood. Marcel Dupuis making those pockets nice and strong. Here he is placing in that first board. There we go, George Williams right behind him, but it's Marcel Dupuis who's up there first. Look at the wingspan on that man. He is giving that wood everything he's got. George Williams on top as well. He's looking good. We're at the 37-second mark. Looks like Marcel's on that other side. Oh, there it is. Unofficial time, 47 seconds. George Williams still going. And there he is, turning to that other side. He's going to start driving that axe into that wood. Couple more hits, and he knows he has it. There it is. Unofficial time, 1 minute, 8 seconds.
And we have 2 good cuts.
2 good cuts. That's exactly what we wanted to hear for our first heat of the first event of this championship.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Look at the speed on Ben Cumberland. He is not wasting time making that pocket. Nick Russell is placing in his board right with him. That looks like a nice, strong board from both of these athletes. Looks like Nick Russell is not convinced with that first pocket. He needs to go back and change it up. But Ben Cumberland on that second board, he is just swinging that axe, making that really nice sloped hit into that wood. Those chips are starting to fly out. Nick Russell on that second board. He's feeling much more confident with that. He's on to his second pocket. But Ben Cumberland, it's already 44 seconds in, and he's looking really good. And there's Ben Cumberland on that other side. He knows he's got to keep that speed up. And there it is. And it's Nick Russell. He's on his second board. Keep it going for Nick Russell. He is going to be driving that in, making those drives. There they are. Those chips are now flying out of that log. Nice big hit. And he's on to that other side. He's got a couple more. And there it is.
And we got 2 good cuts.
2 great cuts from 2 great competitors.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Bill Bischoff first to that wood. He is making quick work of that pocket. But it is Nathan Cumberland who is placing it in first. Nathan Cumberland, look at that swing, making those pockets really fast. Bill Bischoff on that first board. He's making those pockets right away. Looks like Nathan Cumberland's perfectly satisfied with that pocket. He's placing in that board. He's on top. Bill Bischoff is right on his tail. He knows he's gonna catch up real quick. Look at the swing off Bill Bischoff. He is just getting through that wood, making those drives. And Nathan Cumberland is turning. We're getting down
down to the end of it here. And Nathan Cumberland, unofficial time 58.77. Bill Bischoff is still going on that front side, but there he is on that second side. He's looking good. He knows he's got to make up the time here, and there it is. Unofficial time, 1 minute, 12 seconds.
We're here with Billy, the bad boy Bischoff, coming off a springboard. That was almost jumping the gun, huh?
That was close. As I was coming in with that first hit, I was just going, please say go, please say go, please say go. And then just as I touched, I heard go. Kind of threw me off on the board holes a bit, actually.
It was actually a perfect start.
It was, yeah. I was right on the money, and
well done.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're ready for our fourth of 4 heats. Coming up to the stage, he's your 2-time Canadian champion. Put your hands together for Sterling Hart. And coming up next, he's your defending Canadian champion. Make some noise for Mitch Hewitt. You are looking at 2 world record holders in this event.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, right into that wood. You gotta make some noise for these 2 world record holders. Look at them go already at that first board. It is looking great out there for both of them, making those second pockets. Mitch Hewitt, Sterling Hart right behind him. Here we go, on to that second board. Mitch Hewitt is into the wood. Sterling Hart is there with them. We're at the 22-second mark. They're gonna start really giving it now. Here we go. Look at the accuracy on both of these athletes. Mitch Hewitt is turning here. Sterling is right there with them. It's going to be so close here today. And it's Sterling Hart with the unofficial time of 39.12. Mitch Hewitt right there with the unofficial time of 41.03.
We got 2 good cuts.
2 incredible cuts from 2 incredible choppers.
A great event cleared up here at the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Canadian Championship. Stick around for more great sawing and chopping action coming your way. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a jump to that leaderboard and see who's in the lead with those coveted steel points.
In the underhand chop, athletes will stand on top of a 13-inch round wooden block and cut the log in half by chopping it from both sides.
All right, we're ready for our first heat here today. On stand number 1, please make some noise for George Williams. And coming up right behind him on stand number 2, it's Nick Russell.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. They are right into the wood. You got to make some noise for your athletes up here today. Look at the swing on Nick Russell. We are getting some synchronized, a little bit caught up for Nick Russell, but he's not wasting any more time. George Williams on that second side. Big piece of wood come out of that log. They got to keep on going. Nick Russell's on that other side. He's catching up. And it's George Williams with the unofficial time of 27.2. But Nick Russell is still giving her. Here we go. Unofficial time 36.93.
We have 2 good cuts.
2 good cuts, and we are off to the races. Welcome to the stage, Marcel Dupuis. And coming up right behind him on stand number 2, we have Ben Cumberland.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, and we're off on the second heat. Look at the speed of Ben Cumberland and Marcel Dupuis. Marcel Dupuis is the first to turn here. Ben Cumberland right behind him. Look at the strength of Marcel Dupuis and Ben Cumberland really biting down on that axe. Marcel Dupuis can feel it. He's gonna drive it. Wow. Now that is a close heat.
We've got 2 good cuts.
Both of those athletes just not wasting any time on that underhand chop.
Backstage with Marcel Dupuis. Marcel, that was an intense competition right there. That underhand chop, that take me through the heat.
Absolutely. It's Ben's is a great competitor, and everyone, one of us, this is championship, so we're going for it. So you'll see all our best chops here today.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ben Cumberland is my hero. That's why I look up to this gentleman right here. Incredible. Your start was so fast. I think you've been training on that secretly. But then Marcel came back, huh?
Oh, Marcel's a beast. Yeah, he's a really great underhand cutter. That's why he's chopped underhand for Canada in the Worlds.
But I see your rhythm was very, very quick.
Yeah, I've really been trying to pick the speed up. The axe I use is a Tuatai 8x8, and it's a nice chopping axe, but it's big. I still need a little bit more strength to swing it even faster.
Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My game plan today is just to kind of focus on myself. You want to just focus on your thing, focus on your block. You will kind of watch the other competitors, see how their axes are cutting the wood and how everything's going, but ultimately you just want to do your best in every event and leave it here.
Okay, we're ready for our next heat. Coming up to the stage, make some noise for Nathan Cumberland. And following right behind, put your hands together for Bill Bishop. You just saw Ben Cumberland smash that log. Now you're about to see Nathan Cumberland.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Nice big hits. Look at the speed of Nathan Cumberland. He wants to get through that wood as fast as he can. He's onto that other side already. Bill Bishop still on the front side. He's making big swings. Nathan Cumberland is still going. Bill Bishop on that other side. Nathan Cumberland knows he's got it. And there it is. Here we go. Keep it going for Bill Bishop. He is driving that axe into it. He knows he's got to use every bit of core muscle to use that weight of that axe into that wood, and he's got it.
We got 2 good cuts.
2 very good cuts. That's exactly what they both wanted to hear. All right.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Looking good. Look at the speed of Sterling Hart. He is just driving it down, making sure that, look at the chips just fall away. Mitch Hewitt is making those big, powerful drives, but it's Sterling Hart on that other side. Mitch Hewitt is there with him. They are both looking good, but you got to make some noise for him, folks. Here we go. And it's Mitch Hewitt. Unofficial time, 21:08. Sterling Hart with 23:61. Unofficial time.
We've got 2 good cuts.
And that concludes our Johnsonville Sausages underhand chop.
Don't go anywhere, folks. More exciting coverage of our Canadian Championship is coming right up. Welcome back. Let's check in with our official STIHL leaderboard. The STIHL stock saw event is a test of the athlete's skill using a chainsaw. Each athlete must complete 2 cuts, 1 down cut and 1 up cut with a 4-inch section marked by a line. Time ends when both cuts are complete.
Coming to the stage, we have George Williams. Next up to the stage, we have Nick Russell.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here. See that first cookie. Both of them on that exchange. Close here. Nicely done. That is Nick Russell with the unofficial time of 12:02. George Williams, unofficial time of 12:77.
Stand 1, DQ, inappropriate safety eyewear. Stand 2, good cut.
Backstage with Nick Russell. Nick, you just came off your stock saw. You had a little bit of wobble on the bottom. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I just didn't have a clean transition going into the second cut. That's just got to get a little bit more practice in.
But no DQ, eh?
No DQ.
That's all it takes.
Thanks.
Well done.
That is a DQ for George Williams on that event, but we are ready for our next heat. Coming up to the stage, we have Marcel Dupuis. Coming up right behind him, we have Ben Cumberland.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both of them into the wood, through there. And it's Marcel Dupuis who is first on the exchange. Ben Cumberland is still making up that time. And it is Ben Cumberland, unofficial time of 12:51. Marcel Dupuis is still trying to make that complete cookie. Looks like we have a yellow flag up on Marcel Dupuis' stand.
Stand 1, DQ, incomplete cookie. Stand 2, the cut is good.
There we go. That is how it goes on the stage. Big hands for Ben Cumberland and Marcel Dupuis.
Ben Cumberland next to me, winning his heat. Take me through the heat, son.
When they said go, I grabbed the saw, went for the wood, and when I went into the wood, the cookie was really thin. Like it was less than half an inch up there, and I was like, oh, so I kind of reset, and when I reset, I didn't reset in far enough, so I was just like, I just gotta go with it. Anyway, a little thick on my second cookie, but it was real good. God's been good today.
Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
Keep rocking.
You know it.
Woo!
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Quickly into that wood. Making sure those RPMs stay nice and high onto that second cookie. Wow! Now that is a close heat. Just gotta wait for the judge's call.
We've got 2 good cuts.
2 good cuts and 2 big smiles for both our athletes here today. That is exactly what they wanted to happen in this event. All right, we're ready for heat 4 of 4. Coming up to the stage first, we have Sterling Hart. And coming up right behind him, we have Mitch Hewitt. Both of these guys know the stock saw inside and out.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both quick to that wood. They are looking really nice on that first. It's Sterling Hart first on the exchange. Mitch Hewitt coming up right behind. And it is Sterling Hart with the unofficial time of 12:15. Unofficial time for Mitch Hewitt, 12:03.
We've got 2 good cuts.
That was the thumbs up from Jonathan Russell. That means 2 good cuts. And we are finished our SLH Transport Stock Saw. More events coming your way. We have 3 events down, 3 events to go, and 1 Canadian champion at the end of all of it.
Let's check in with our official STIHL leaderboard. With 3 events complete and 3 to go, who will come out on top and be crowned the 2018 STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Canadian champion?